Welcome to this special episode of Purpose of Life. Purpose and life. These two words always excite me. Joining me today is Issac Joe, and let's welcome him and let's straight away ask him a few questions. Issac, welcome to the program.
Such a joy. Thank you to be with you.
You're wearing a nice coat. I really like your coat.
Okay, I can give you later.
Issac, this last 1 year, it's been a year of ups and downs. Last, I would say, 1.5 years. People say it's a new normal world we are living in. How has it been for the last 1.5 years for you?
Last 1.5 years, as you said, it's something that I've never experienced. Totally shut inside. You know, slowly and steadily you get into another phase of your life, and you don't realize the change. It's not a sudden change. It's like a frog getting cooked, you know, gradually, and sometimes even lose the enthusiasm to do a lot of things because you can't have a ground or a concert or meeting people. So slowly you're at least happy you're still breathing and you're alive. Then later I realized, no, I must move. So I'm planning, and we also need to accept what is happening in the world now. We can't be foolish. So it's a bit slow.
It's a bit slow. Friends, for those of you who are watching us, Issac composes his own songs, his own lyrics, forms his own music, he sings, he also speaks in various conferences. So Issac, for somebody like you who's always with people, how do you really connect with this virtual world of Zoom and all these things? How did you really fit into this? How do you kind of accommodated yourself to this? What's your take on that?
Yes, as people say, necessity is the mother of invention. So I'm sure I can't see people, but I can't sleep at home doing nothing. So my music school also, nobody's going to come. So I converted the whole place as a shooting floor, and then performed there. God provided light, sound. So my idea was my only opportunity will be the Zoom meetings and online stuff. So let's do it really in style. So get some light. So I started doing a small band, 4-piece band. YouTube you will see on January. I did that called the New Year, Turning 21. I think 25,000 people have watched that. Then the next month, we did not many people, but something we did like that. And I also have not released a music concert, which I've already recorded. So my only thing was try to do the Zoom in a nicer way, and so that we need to still keep impacting people. At least I can say average 70 people. I'm teaching life mechanics every Saturday 7 p.m. and people come and watch, and something new I teach, and all those things are recorded and kept. Later can be used. We have to be happy. That's all.
That's all. Just keep moving.
I can't compare to 3 years back stuff.
Right. It's a different world we are living in, but just be happy with what you have. We're going to talk about a very personal topic, Issac. And everyone in this world goes through this phase. And the topic is that they get this loneliness. So I've just coined this word called "you are not lonely." I'll reverse the whole topic.
Okay.
And the point is, you are not lonely. But before we get to this topic, we're going to just go into a concert and see this song which you have sung, and then we'll straight away jump into this topic that you are not alone.
Yes.
So let's see this song.
Sure, that's the best thing.
Isaac, that was a good song, and really praise God for the talent which God has given for composing and singing. A lot of questions when it comes to composing and singing, but you seem to enjoy it and it comes casually. How do you really get this going?
All what you see is only from God. I wouldn't even say it was like crafting. I do crafting now. Song, I write song, I fit in. But those days, sometimes when it all began, songs will be birthed. That is, it just flows. Maybe I'm going in a bus or something, the tune and the words will come. I just write it. I don't even have a tape recorder to record it. But I'll be surprised after 5 years I still remember it. So these are the songs which were given birth, and very effective songs touching people. People sometimes, as they listen, they are moved emotionally. God works, they cry. And then I sing. When I sing the song, it is the message from our heart, because the song is from our heart. So I enjoy it. And
so there's nothing artificial about it.
How do I say artificial? Because sometimes we have to perform, put up a little show. I shouldn't hide that. But the verse and the song is my heart talking. I wouldn't make a big claim telling God is talking through me, but let me put it, it's a message I want to give it to the people, so that their hearts broken, people who are lonely, they'll find hope. So it's my message in a form of a song.
Yeah. Isaac, just before the song I mentioned in which we will talk on this platform, and the thought which comes to my mind is, especially as we see this 1.5 years, as we reflect behind this, people say that though they are there in this new digital world, but you have become more lonelier. But I'll reverse the whole conversation. I think my point is saying that the topic or the point of conversation for us would be like, you're not lonely. But the fact is that everyone goes through a lonely phase. How would you look at this particular point of loneliness?
See, as you say, these two things, you can be alone and not be lonely. You can be in a crowd and still be
So you can be in a big concert and still feel lonely. Is that what you're saying?
You can be in a crowd and with lot of people, but still loneliness, you only know the loneliness. Loneliness is quite a tricky thing. It can't be just put in black and white. So many things can trigger, and so many factors can contribute towards loneliness. So in that way, but becoming lonely is not a good thing. It's hurting. You can still be alone, have a coffee, dream, enjoy, watch the waves and be in the beach and come.
Still being lonely.
It can be a meditation. It can be a thing that will build your life. You need to be lonely sometimes and enjoy, have meditation. But this kind of thing is a hurting stuff.
When you write songs, are you in a lonely environment?
Not necessary, no.
Oh.
But lonely means without disturbance is good. So that's why you see sometimes musicians, late night work will be there, because people at home, the TV must all close and quiet. But depends, no. For me, suddenly some words will come. Sometimes I've seen a billboard and it'll kick off a song. Those days there used to be, I don't know, something. Correct me, Jensen and Nicholson or something, no, paint or something.
Paint.
So whenever you see this, then you remember, like a power of association.
Yeah.
From there,
recall value.
Okay, so from there came the song Blind Man. Whenever you see someone knocking at the door, just remember this: Jesus Christ is knocking at your heart's door and you're not paying heed to it. So I should say it came from that. So these type of things it happened in Paris. No? While coming in the bus, I saw a billboard board where advertisement board, big boards, painted there. So from there, this triggered. But there are times when you're alone, when you're quiet, things can happen.
So, in a sense, what you're saying, loneliness has got its own positive side, but loneliness is also tricky, is what you said.
Yes.
Why do you say it's tricky?
Tricky because if you start enjoying the loneliness and you pull off from people,
it's got its own.
You also need to hang around with people, and we are people connected. Our life is like that. No, it's not only going to be. But that is the danger now. Now the thing is, people are more connected with machines and
digitally connected.
Connected, but the problem is they'll say handling people is difficult. No, computer and other things easier. But I think we are more social, and we have an inherent nature to love and connect with people. If you don't do that, again a kind of a loneliness will come inside. You won't be able to detect it. When you are with people interacting, you feel good. Unless we have a problem, and that causes loneliness. Otherwise, no, we are called to be lonely also. Every human being born, we were not born as a family with friends, no. But still, it's a lonely path we go through. We fight our battles, and of course, a lot of people support is a bonus and a blessing. But that's not a problem at all. Our studies, everything, no. Even in the classroom, sometimes we are singled out. The guy keeps questioning us. Or this all we accept it, but becoming very lonely and then depressed and losing our focus is very unhealthy.
So God in His creation itself, He made us to connect. Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
So
we are made that way, no?
Made that way.
See, for example, even when He made Adam, He says it's not good for a man to be alone. He needs a companion.
Right.
Then Eve comes.
How would you connect God, the word saying you are not lonely? So the topic for us is saying, yes, you are alone, but yet you are not lonely. There's so many characters in the Bible which had to go through lonely path.
Yes.
But they made history.
Yes.
How would you comment on that? I mean, what's your take on?
I've always thought about that. I've always thought about it, and I've always felt I'm also like that. I've accepted it. Though we may have people around us, but the calling is you have to go your path. I can't copy everybody's what they do. My path, I must go on that. And when I saw there is a healthiness in that, but it doesn't look like a very good thing, but it looks like it's more almost like a blessing in disguise. If you see Joseph, he went through hardship, and again he was all by himself. But later he became almost second to the king. Life of Daniel, away from home, into a foreign country, working for the enemies, totally different culture. He must have felt he is totally strange. But his life grew from there. Abraham, God removed him, told him, leave your homeland, I'll bless you. So he came. So every single person, when they take a decision for certain things that they believe is right, loneliness will strike them. Because the majority may not stand with you. But if you want to do what you feel is right, then you have to choose that path.
In your life, are there any points where you feel what I did was right, but it's been a lonely path?
When I came to serve God, nobody acknowledged. There was no support. Of course, the support is my parents. They feed me, they house me, and they will think this guy will change after some time. And because they had a plan. My father wanted me to get into the government, and okay, fine. So how? Nobody will. They'll say, then if you want to do ministry, then you must do Bible college. Some of the great guys that I still know are telling, what I'm doing has got nothing to do with my Bible college. But I used to go in the field and keep praying even during my Bible college. So it's a closer walk with the Lord and direction that matters. I'm not against that, but my opportunity was not about that. So I had a different, that's why you will see everything is different, because I didn't copy anybody. One of the greatest things, my father was not a pastor or anything, so I just follow a track. No, he was a government official. So that time I have to choose life. I have to make decisions. And there was nobody even in my house to advise. But they all wish that my life will be good. I won't mess up. But they don't know any insight into ministry. So like that, when you go, it was a lonely path. But I was sure, that's the thing, there was no confusion. I was sure what I was doing. So nobody needs to worry about it. That sort of a confidence
so
I had.
In another sense, if your calling is right, then you won't feel lonely.
Yes.
So there's a direct connection between calling and loneliness.
See, that loneliness is not that loneliness. I'm talking about it's the path you travel alone, not everybody. So traveling overseas, my life was, nobody called me. I just landed up in some countries. Then my ministry will start. The first time I went with my friend. The second time went on my own. And nobody invited me. I go stay in somebody's house. Then I find my way to the post office. Then I buy aerograms or letters, what you fold and paste those days. 10 of them. 10 different pastors I used to write. I'm staying here, I'm so and so. If you guys are interested, you can contact me. I'll be able to minister. 10 or more than that, I'll post it and come. Slowly, fax in the house I stay. Phones will come. Then my meeting gets lined up. They see me only after I go there. And then we make friends. Then the second time, like that it grew, no? So it was not like one person says, hey, come, I have a friend, go and preach. I go, I plow the land, and I have to water it, I have to sow and do it. And I enjoy doing that. Not every time, but the earlier days it was like that. So that time, the people whom you are staying with also don't know why you came, but you seem to have come with a dream, but there's nobody invited you. And then your meetings gets lined up, then they hear good news, and this is how it grew. But those times, people might think leaving me in the airport as though I'm going to win the whole world. No, I just took a suitcase and went, and it was a very different experience. I don't know if people will ever do that. It's like a cold calling, no? But those things made me. But lonely only, no?
What would you say for people who are going through loneliness? How would you, what kind of, I would not say advice, but what kind of experience would you share with them, saying you're in a crowd but still lonely? How would you address those people?
See, that one, what I feel is the generic, the whole world. I tell you, because I must tell the truth, okay? You can be the richest person. You can be a shining star. You can have a beautiful family. You can have everything fantastic. But you were created, okay, with a God-made vacuum inside, which only God can fit in and be compatible. The drinks of this world, the success, the girls, gambling, fun can never satisfy. If it could satisfy, a man who goes to the bar to drink will stop on the first day. He's very happy. No. He has to keep going and going and going. The emptiness will increase.
Till finally he's gone.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Sad, because sometimes people drink and they lose their mind and they overdrink, overdose, accidents, misunderstanding, fighting in the house, make a hell of your house.
So nothing really fills that full vacuum.
But the person doesn't know how much he's hurting.
Mm.
So when he dies, you say everybody dies with that fellow. Sorrow, sadness, regrets, because he himself don't know what he's doing. So this is how the loneliness tries to take a substitute and get enslaved, and their focus and their destiny is ruined. Okay, that's a sad part of the drinking. Not the social drink. They drinks a little bit and they control. That's a different. There are groups of people who don't get drowned. I have a friend who has a restaurant. He has a pub, everything, and the T-shirt they wear is, if you want to drink because you want to forget it. You don't drink.
Very clear.
Very clear. You want to come here to forget your sorrows. You want to drink, then forget drinking. That's what he's trying to say. So I can't generalize.
Yeah.
But because you're lonely, you take refuge under drinking or any other thing. It takes you deeper into sorrow.
So what's the really way?
What's the real stuff is, I'll tell you. You have a emptiness which God has made, which He has made it for Himself. Because He is the one who said, I don't want a man to be lonely, gave a woman. But that is physically, socially, but the inner being, God wants to reside in us. And that's why He made a God-made vacuum is inside. This is reflected in the song by Aerosmith. This guy sings a song. It says, I have a hole in my soul, I have a hole in my soul. My question is, this person is successful. He's wealthy, mansions, fast car, everything has got all girlfriends all over the world. And what are you talking about? I have a hole in my soul. Number one. Is he talking about the heart? Then it's going to be a cardiac issue. Okay. Is he talking about the shoes? No. He doesn't have a hole in the soul. Okay. What is he talking about? He seems to be truthful. Even sometimes we Christians may not be overly truthful to say, yes, I'm not happy. How are you? Fine. This is the answer you get anywhere. Nobody says, hey, I'm not doing that well, man. Nobody will tell that. Okay. Nobody, they don't need to say. But the truth is, there's something there. The guy is singing Aerosmith, the band, I have a hole in my soul. So it's understood you can have wealth, you can have friendship, you can have popularity, everything, and still there's something you are missing. But you don't have that commodity which you can buy. It can't be bought in a pharmacy or a store. So what is that? That is where Jesus puts an end to our search. I was searching. Some people were drinking, but I got into antisocial activity, very excited to do all those hurting things to people, to make myself happy, that's all. I rob things, not to sell it, throw it away. What kind of a thing that was my life, no? But what has happened, when I found Jesus, my search stopped. I don't need to search anymore. I found what I've been looking for. So this is the area where you invite Jesus. When we ask Jesus to come into your heart, people think, they don't know unless they've experienced. God comes inside. He says, I knock at your heart door. If you ask me to come, I will come. When God comes inside, you kill loneliness. Loneliness no more in your life. Because He keeps navigating. He says, I will instruct you and teach you. I'll be the closest friend. Even if your father, mother leave you, I will never leave you. And the beautiful thing is, when Jesus was born, His name was Emmanuel. What was the meaning? God with us. But when the Holy Spirit came, God in us. Old Testament, God upon us. But in us, once He comes inside, and I tell you, simple bunch of people, irresistible, they are the ones who spread the good news of Jesus. And the people who followed after them, they printed the Bibles. The Bible is still the bestseller. Kingdoms have come, empires have come, armies have come. Nobody, only they've just gone away. But this is going strong. So I feel in my life, one of the greatest things is, it's not religion. I found Jesus. I don't deserve, but He found me when I was useless and nothing. So He first loved me. So if this happens in a person's life, you can go around the world, boss. You can face any disappointment. Every disappointment, I tell you, is an appointment for God to come and do some miracle. This exactly happened in airports, in different places in my life. I've seen that. I cannot refuse and deny, because I've tasted it, experienced it. When the answer is no, when the doors are closed, look for a window. God has got an opportunity where He'll come and work. This is the whole Bible is about that. So when we have a living God working in us, working for us, going before us, I tell you, life is adventurous for me. I enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it.
But Jesus in His own life went through lonely path. And as you rightly said, the Holy Spirit. That's a large topic. Maybe we'll do it another time. But for people who are going through this lonely path, what are the few steps would you recommend?
See, the first thing I feel, I've been through the loneliness of many different situations. But thank God, if God was not with me, I would have gone somewhere, finished. But sometimes you don't even realize the gravity of the situation. You're so oblivious. You don't know. God has hidden. Otherwise, the stress would have killed me. But He was there to guard me and take me and make me come out through. After 2-3 months, only I realized, oh, such a gross thing that I've been through, but God kept me safe. So these are the experience once you hand over your life to Jesus. So Jesus' businesses, people always are biased. One of the things for anybody who's got proper sense and an analytic mind can see through, Jesus is true. Okay. It takes enormous amount of faith to put life and try to make a myth as a story or a fact or a history. No, cannot. But Jesus is irrefutable. Unless you really wanted to talk about it, then can't help. But if you seek, it is true. So I feel, a person's point number one, they need to fix this. HOLE problem and make it WHOLE. They must become whole. When Jesus comes into it, become complete. You don't need to run after anything else to make you happy. Even if people hurt you, it doesn't destroy you. Even if there's nobody, you know something is going to happen. I was left down in the border of Bangkok and Penang because I didn't carry a visa. So it's correct, they asked me to get down from the train and the train left. I don't know, my first travel, I said, hey, a couple of weeks back I came to Bangkok. They issued the visa after I came there, that is on arrival. But how come you are asking me? Then they said, no, that is by air. If you come by air, you just land there, we give you on arrival. If you come by surface, you have to attain it, get it, and then come. I didn't know. Okay, come down. Now what's next? I don't know. It was getting dark. Standing there, it was not a normal station where human beings keep moving around. No, it is just a station, office where they put the exit visa, entry visa, that's all. They don't have any shop. So I was stranded there. And suddenly an elderly man comes and he says, you're very lucky. I said, I am in this predicament. You call me lucky. I said, why? Train is coming. You're lucky. I was not excited. I said, railway station, train come, ship don't come. What big deal?
Correct.
Then he said, no. This train where you've been brought down has to go to Bangkok and tomorrow it will come. Oh, this story is, that means it will take 2-3 days for it to go and come. Till then I can't be standing here. But he says, you are lucky, one train is coming. But I don't know where it's coming from. But it's going where you need to go, that is return back. So give me 9 ringgit. So 9 ringgit I get. He gave me a ticket, issued a ticket. The elderly man, they put me into the train. The train took off. And the 2 television were blaring. I went and switched off. Then I saw the whole compartment littered with tissue paper. Then really I thought, oh, that means it's going for cleaning. And then I realized I was the only fellow on the train.
Oh.
And then I took courage, telling, not bad, even the Sultan and the king of this country wouldn't have had the luxury to travel all by himself in an empty train.
With the tissue paper.
My tissue papers are my friends. No passengers. But some miracles happened there. So, but I tell you, if not God sent that train, what would have happened to my life? Nothing was in my control. But what was my faith? I'm standing there, those days no
Mobile
phones, okay? Mobile phones came later, that was, it looked like a bandicoot with a long tail, the Motorola stuff. Those days I used that. But that time, no. Can't call mama, can't call anybody. I don't know. But a train came. If it was 20 minutes later, I would have missed the train also. But the timing of God. So like this, I had innumerable experience.
Though you were alone, you were not alone.
Why? Because one thought was going in my mind. Ask me what are you going to do? Don't know. But what was going in my mind? God will do something. What he'll do, I don't know. But something he'll do. If I didn't have God, then my mind would have been restless. I was quiet. Let me see, God will do something. So this has been a comfort and a strength in the most possible time where you can really get worked out. You don't know the language also. So this is what I would advise is, if you have Jesus, he says, even if your father, mother, they are not with you, I will never leave you. Can I add? Even if your girlfriend leaves you, boyfriend leaves you, even if your boss kicks you out of anybody, you will never be alone. Because he is always with you, you don't feel lonely. Even if you are alone sitting somewhere, you still have God's presence in you. And you can feel it, it's an experience. And still you can be a Christian and still not have a connection. Just like a air condition or a refrigerator, it can be switched on but not plugged in. That can be your life. You can talk like Christianity, religion, say prayers. But once you're plugged in, then it's a total different experience.
So much learning, Isaac. Last 30 seconds, just to summarize the whole thing. What you're saying is, the only thing which can fill in the vacuum is Jesus, and he's ready to come in and fill that vacuum. Am I right? Just closing comments. For people who are saying, I'm going through loneliness, what's your last closing comment?
The first thing is, first thing first, when you go in the aeroplane, they say, mothers, put the seat belt for yourself first, then
put for the...
So let your problems, they can wait. But first, get him, the creator of the universe, the one who makes every impossible looking thing possible. Get him inside by only asking him to come. Just talking, no? Like saying, Jesus, I'm feeling hopeless. I don't have anybody. But come into my heart, come into my life, and please take over my life. Hold my hand, lead me. You said, I am the map. No, you said, I am the way. I am the life and truth. So I need you. So that is first step. After that, you will experience him coming and handling things in your life. Because Jesus is a gentleman. He won't barge in. You give permission, he'll come and do. Then history happens. You will experience a change in your life. I'm not giving an option of joining a church. That doesn't help. Trying to talk like a religious person and still be useless. No. Connect with God. Connect with him. This is where many Christians are deceived. They think, I'm the one who made the chair, the bench, and I donated this and that. That's not the question. The question, are you plugged in? How to plug in, allow him to come. You request him. Once he comes, it's a package deal. He forgives your sins. And he promises to be with you. He says, I'll be your provider, I'll be a promoter, and I'll be a protector. What more you need?
Got everything in one package.
That's the thing. That's my experience. So this is the news I can share with anybody. You don't need any intermediate person. You don't need, what shall I say, somebody to act like as if he's got the franchise. No, you can straight away connect with God in your bedroom, in your toilet, in your kitchen, in your hospital. Say, Jesus, I have nobody. Please, I need you. You're my Father. I'm your child. Forgive me all my sins. Take control of my life. Something let it be real. And he says, call unto me in the days of trouble, I'll answer you. He has never broken his word. Heaven and earth will pass away, but what he promised, he'll keep it. So try it for yourself. Taste and see that the Lord is good. That's it.
Issac, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll meet again in another interesting episode of Purpose of Life.
Sure.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I really enjoyed.
Thank you.